Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to this next edition of the Autistic SuperBlog's The Hot Take. I just want to explain right now, this is not going to be a political post, so I hope the readers and viewers and listeners that's kept in mind when I talk about the tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk. Now, this again is not a political post. This is not something like politically motivated or anything like that. But first off and foremost, I want to just give my thoughts and prayers to the family of Charlie Kirk, and the kind of person that he was. Um, Now, again, this is not about left or right. This is not about politics. This is not about like who's right or who's wrong. Let's look at the bigger picture when it comes to what happened. Like a human being, oh, a human being was shot, and it comes at a time where, if you look at it tomorrow, um, on the Autistic Super blog, we're gonna have a post on that too, about September 11th. But I just want to just say that there's all this, there's all this speaking about killing and shooting and all that stuff, and this one is not gonna be about shooting and anything like that. This is gonna be all about asking for peace. As a pro-life Roman Catholic who who's autistic, I just feel like any loss of life is bad, is tragic, whether it be through abortion, shooting, all that stuff, whatever. I mean, and it should never be condemned under any circumstances. Um, and it really is something that's tragic, in my opinion. I mean, and it really kind of drills home the sanctity of human life, like like human dignity in that regard. To talk about how people how people talk about killing each other, talk about like having wars and all that stuff. I get it. I totally understand it. But in the same breath, we shouldn't be talking about death. We should be talking about life in the same breath. I mean, I came from a funeral for a friend, and I was there to kind of support a friend, because that's what people do. That's what friends do. That's what Spectrum, my brothers, do for each other. And I wanted to kind of give you all my take on it. That I wanted to say I'm sorry, and my thoughts and my prayers go out to the family of Charlie Kirk. But this should never have happened, like under any circumstances. This is, I mean, I want to just make sure that I can speak from a Catholic point of view, that the sanctity of life is always, always paramount. Always something that we should think as the highest regard. And to hear hear this outcry about shootings and all that stuff, about violence and anything else, should be condemned. I mean, any talk about any talk about violence should be condemned. Any thought, like anti-Semitic, hate speech against anyone at all, should be considered something to condemn. We wouldn't want to have it done to us, and I think that it kind of gets to the golden rule, to do unto others as they would have them do unto you. Um, but it also kind of talks about mortality, and it's something that, quite frankly, I've been hearing a lot of myself. I won't tell you how old I am, but the older I get, the older I get. I mean, the older it makes me realize about my own mortality, and it puts things into perspective. So I want to just say that any talk about death, I mean, any talk about any hate speech, any speech at all that condemns anyone else should be condemned. Absolutely. And I feel like, I mean, I just want to give my hot take on this, because I don't know the individual, but this is me just talking as a human being about how hope matters, how we matter to everyone, including each other, and especially ourselves. We should think of ourselves in a high regard and treat others with that high regard too. So again, I know this is the impromptu hot take, but I wanted to kind of touch on it since everyone else is talking about it. So I wanted to kind of give my thoughts and condolences to the family of Charlie Kirk. And again, any speech that talks about hate, talks about division, should be condemned. No two ways around it, I think. So if you like these videos, to readers and viewers and listeners, check me out here on the Autistic Super Blog, or the Autistic Super Channel on YouTube. You can check me out on the Autistic Super Channel at WordPress.com. And you can check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, X, Blue Sky, all that stuff, Instagram. And, and, and let's take a moment to really be kind to each other. Embrace each other in times like these. It's what we should do. It's what we should do um to help each other's stay safe, stay strong, and as always, shine on.